Holy fucking shit, guys. This is madness. I don't think anyone really predicted this day, yesterday, to be the day it would be the final mending of the guard between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. But this is all about confirmation that these two companies are actually working together now. It was just confirmed on AEW's Twitter page that next week on AEW Dynamite, we will be getting a tag team match between Jon Moxley and Lance Archer versus Kenny Omega and Kenta in a Falls Count Anywhere match. It was just posted to FW4 Online that this is basically all but done and deal with AEW and New Japan. It looks like they're actually working together now. Fans have been begging for this to happen for basically a whole year. I'm super excited to be a AEW fan, New Japan fan, pro wrestling fan in general. This is happening, but this is really a mending of everything, man. Kenta was the guy that really started the bridge that we're seeing right now. The forbidden door is kind of broken down. I mean, you could date it all the way back to Jericho and Tanahashi from last year in January. You could date it back to even earlier than that, later than that. You could date it back to any point in time, but it looks like as of now, New Japan and AEW actually have a working relationship finally. This is actually crazy because they're actually advertising Jon Moxley as the IWGP United States champion on the show, and they actually have him holding the physical US championship for New Japan Pro Wrestling. So if that is no indication that there is a partnership, I don't know what is. I have no idea what is. I don't know if this is a sign that maybe we'll get Jon Moxley defending the US championship. I don't know what the deal entails. As you guys know, I have no insiders. I don't know. I know just as much as you guys do. This is all speculation. But to put that down right now, travel to Japan, I believe, is only exclusive to work. I don't believe tourism is currently allowed. So I think that some wrestlers probably could travel to Japan on a work visa, or if they have some type of scripture or something that says they're allowed to come to the country to do something along those lines, they can travel to Japan. However, we saw with Jon Moxley that Tony Khan basically told him no, he's not traveling to Japan. So I don't think within the next few months we'll be seeing any AEW guys in New Japan. I think that there may be an actual realistic chance we could be seeing some AEW wrestlers in New Japan, possibly in time for Dominion or the G1 Climax. The way I'm seeing it right now, what we're going to get on AEW Dynamite going forward, we already have AEW working with Impact, and now they're working with New Japan. I think since New Japan is obviously Japanese based, we're probably going to end up seeing whoever is available in America from the New Japan branch. Of course, your Rocky Romeros, your Kevin Knights, your Ren Naritas, your Hikuleos, all those guys who are on NJPW Strong. I think we're going to be seeing those guys in the States. We're not going to see Okada. We're not going to see Jay White. We're not going to see Kota Ibushi. I don't think we're going to see those. I'm not saying we're not going to see those guys at any point this year. I don't think we're going to see them now, especially because there's supposed to be some new variant of COVID going around in Japan right now. I highly doubt Tony Khan's probably going to want to send their talent out there and possibly bring that shit to America. So I don't think we're going to see any AEW talent on New Japan for a while. But we could be seeing, this is the start of it, we're going to possibly be seeing some New Japan talent on AEW. This opens up a lot of ideas, a lot of storylines that may have been cut short in New Japan in 2018 and 2019 that could possibly leak over to AEW, could possibly be continuing. I mean, first thing I always think about is, the Golden Lovers reunion. Kenny Omega is the AEW champion. Kota Ibushi is the IWGP heavyweight and IC champion. That's the first thing I think about. Kenny and Okada possibly having another match. We finally get that Minoru Suzuki and Orange Cassidy match. It's crazy to think about all these possibilities. I did not think it was going to happen, and it's actually happening now. So Wednesday next week is going to be a big deal, and I think this is always really funny because last year, in my opinion, if you ask me what was the best month for AEW Dynamite, I will tell you without a doubt, it's February 2020. They had 3 great Dynamites back to back, and then they had Revolution, which is, in my opinion, still the greatest pay-per-view AEW's ever put on. So now we're in February, and we are getting this New Japan partnership. Kenta's wrestling on the show next week. We could possibly see Hikuleo and the rest of the Bullet Club. Chase Owens, I think, is actually on the show last week. We could be seeing some of Bullet Club on this show. We could actually get a Bullet Club versus Elite storyline in AEW, or possibly leaking over into New Japan. I mean, what happens if Kenny Omega shows up on NJPW Strong? Obviously, we have New Japan Town AEW right now, but we should expect AEW Town to go over to NJPW Strong soon. Now, I technically don't count Jon Moxley because Jon Moxley's the US champion. I don't count him. But Kenny Omega, Lance Archer, Cody Rhodes, there's so many things you could think about right now. It's an amazing time to be a wrestling fan. There's so much I want to talk about. There's so much I want to say. I'm going to sit with myself and think about what do I want to say, what kind of video I want to do. Chillful Podcast is next Wednesday, but I might expedite that because this is actually really big enough news to talk about right now. I probably forgot to do this, true to my channel, but thank you all for tuning into this video. I love you guys always, and I will see you all, if this is on the Tyler Mass YouTube channel, I'll see you all tomorrow on the Tyler Coon Williams channel for NJPW Strong and Friday Night SmackDown. Peace.